Hey everybody, Zarkazm here. Welcome to a new Minecraft World Tour. This time, we're in my private 164 server world. We no longer actively play on this world because we've updated our server to 1.7, so I've just got this in single player at the moment. But yeah, I mostly played this world while my hard drive was out. I had something to do on my laptop. We regen the world and just kind of started anew, and this is what we ended up with. This nice castle. It's a bit laggy because of the amount of machines that we have here. One of the reasons why we retired it. So hopefully the video's not too choppy. So you got your windmills there. Got some decorations, some statues mod. We got chisel blocks all over the place. The outer walls never really got finished. This is a work in progress. In the center here, we have a kind of a mission control tower for this tower here, which is our rocket launch platform, and it's actually on a elevator thing of I forget the name of the mod now. It's like Red Power elevators. It's not remain in motion. It's something else. Thut? Is it Thut? No, not Thut. Truss mod. That's what it is. It's on these truss item frames. And of course we've got some Tinker's Construct drawbridges that will open the door like so. And I can raise the elevator up if I wanted to, which will actually set off an alarm. Oop. It's interesting because once you raise the rocket up, you can't raise it back down. Or you can't lower it back down. The rocket just kind of floats in the air. Some Railcraft smokers to add a bit of effect. Yep, it's at the top. So let's... Yeah, shut up. Let's toggle that again. Turn that off. So yeah, there you go. It's on a nice bit of elevator there. And also the throne that you saw whenever this started. Throne. Yep, right here. So the throne will raise up to this central tower where we can open the doors and all that and get everything set up. Let's drop down. Alright, so this is the main area. This is actually where all the machines used to be until we started expanding underground. Got your smeltery over here. Got our victory monument of all the Twilight Forest bosses and the End Dragon and the Wither and all that good stuff. Nice little victory monument. We've got some Mistcraft portals going to the moon and to Mars. We don't really have anything on Mars, but we do have a moon base, so I'll show you that in a bit. Got some early power that we did. Some biogenerators from forestry that, powered with ethanol, create some EU power. Our beds never got moved for some reason. Not sure why. Going down to the next floor, we expanded down here into just kind of a branching out kind of tunnel network. So yeah, got a just little work area here. Got your Tinker's Construct stuff. The Emmy machine recipe holder thing in through the wall with access to it. Over here we have a Thaumcraft clean room with a kind of a cauldron hooked up under some pistons. This was when I was kind of experimenting with Thaumcraft. I know more about it now, but back then I really didn't know that much about the new Thaumcraft and kept having taint issues, so rigged up that piston there to take care of it. Oh, it's so laggy. We just got so much stuff in this world. Over here we've got our Galacticraft stuff. And this is all automated using logistics pipes because the ME machine doesn't properly recognize the input slots. So we couldn't do it with the ME cables, but we can output with ME cables. So So it all works. This is actually what all those windmills are hooked up to all these devices. Let's go in here. It's the first major room here. Oh yeah, we got some friends from Mars. We got Laurel and Hardy. Got a dragon egg energy siphon from GregTech. We had this problem in this version of GregTech where you couldn't have more than one, even though I enabled it to be able to have more than one, because we can make dragon eggs with one of the mods we have. So I don't know what happened here. Now this is the meat of the operation, all of these GregTech and Industrial Craft machinery, and this is something that you really won't see in the Feed the Beast YouTube world anymore, because I'm going to be phasing GregTech out, but I am going to start a dedicated GregTech series on a GregTech mod pack, which also has applied energistics in it, so you'll probably see a system just like this, where we get all of our GregTech machines together and get it all automated with the ME system. Moving on into here, this is actually where our ME system is. All the ME drives and all the different pattern storages and pattern encoders. We've got our automated furnaces here from Better Furnaces. I do have a mod spotlight. It's a little old, but it's still pretty accurate. So mod spotlight for the Better Furnace mod. Check that out. Got some smart automated things here. This is actually an EMC condenser add-on for Equivalent Exchange 3. In 1.7, though, there is Project E, which is basically Equivalent Exchange 2 from the Tekkit era ported forward, so that we're no longer using this add-on for EE3. In this room, we've got some stills and squeezers and fermenters. This was making all of that. This was making all that ethanol, but we're not really making it anymore because we're not really using it. In here we have a Buildcraft assembly table with some Quarry Plus laser pluses. It just makes it more efficient. And it is actually automated with the ME system. So pretty handy there. If we go out into this room, we have some more automation of Ender IO and thermal expansion machines. We try to automate everything using ME, or using applied energistics, because it's really handy. These here we had fun with, these alloy smelters, because we had to rig it up in such a way that each thing would only go in one slot, or if another slot was available, we had to stop it. So this was rigged up in such a way using the regulating mode to where it won't put more than a stack of each, so you won't get overflow going into corresponding slots. Over here is our bee section. I don't really know that much about bees. It's something I've always wanted to get into, but it seems like, at least in the YouTube world, that bees are kind of a no-no. Bees are kind of a stay away from. And I know I've shown a little bit of the bee basics in my Feed the Beast series, but I'm not going to delve too much into it. And this is actually Gendustry, an add-on for forestry that deals with a lot of bees and actually kind of makes things a whole lot easier with all these upgrades that you can make. And this is all automated with actually a separate ME network dedicated to the bees. We've got all the Gendustry machines here for mutating, and then a gene pool to do something with all those extra bees that we get. But one good thing about the bees, if we come down here, we've got all these bees that give you experience underneath our enchantment table. Oh, the lag. Let me up. So pretty much you just come in here, and the bees just give you experience. And then we have Enchant Plus, of course. Very, very fantastic mod. There's nothing back there, just hallways. Nothing through that door, that just goes out to the cave system. Of course, we have a Stargate, goes a couple places. Some of our Mistcraft Ages, and then a little cutout back through here. Let's go downstairs even further. This started off as our portal room, but then I ended up having to expand the GregTech machines into another floor. So you got the mining world, the nether, and for when the pigmen come through, we have a little Minefactory Reloaded grinder taking care of them. In here, as I said, more automated GregTech machines. These are adjustable transformers, just to kind of regulate all the power, going to some of these weaker machines that can't handle that high voltage. Lots of auto crafting tables. In fact, some of these setups here are dedicated to a certain thing, like just a chain of making things for automation. Fully upgraded GregTech industrial blast furnace, complete with the heating coils. You'll notice I don't have any of those pink advanced machine casings, because once you make like 4, or it might be 8, and get it to a heat level to where you can cook the ingots required to make those heating coils, you can just upgrade your heating coils into the blast furnace, and then you can actually get rid of all those advanced plating or advanced machine cases and use them for other things. Like, I think the implosion compressor maybe, or the vacuum freezer. One of these actually uses, I think it's this one, uses the advanced. So you can reuse those later. And you actually don't even need a full thing of reinforced. You can have a couple of standard in here, because the highest you need is 3,000. Of course, with lava in the middle. Yep, some more automation here. I mean, I could go into detail of what all these machines are and what they all do, but that's more of a mod spotlight, less of a world tour. Now let's go downstairs. Actually, let me go to the main stairs. It's our main elevator. We'll go down again. All right, so this is the power core. This started off as a bunch of railcraft steam pressure boilers, creating all sorts of railcraft energy, and then we just kind of built this massive wall of a capacitor bank to hold all our power. And you see all these dimensional transceivers and tesseracts just distributing the power throughout our dimensions and our different places in the world, and just getting everything where it needs to go. And these were later repurposed, as you can see, for steam to make for these big... Well, no, not for the big reactors. What did this steam get? What is this steam doing? Is it going in here? I do not remember what we're using this for. Oh, it might be something in the mining world. I think I know what that's for. We'll check on it later. Got a cheese bot here. Got a nifty little thing here that's crushing uranium ore with a hammer to produce yellowite ingots, and a nifty little setup of things there. It's kind of interesting. And then over here on the other side, this is actually where all of our industrial craft power is coming from. And it's all isolated into little chunks, and power lines color-coded. And we're only using 2 of them. And these are, just kind of getting chained to where they need to go to power our various machines. Now if we continue out this way, this entire floor is pretty much all magical crops. And I mean magical crops everywhere. There's like about 30 crop fields, I think we set up. Most of them are making essence crops, but some of them are making other things. And I can show you that in a minute. Nice use of carpenter's blocks as well on the corners here to make these little doorways. But you can just see how massive this place is. Ugh. I mean, if I could... Actually, I don't remember how to bring up the map. We don't actually use voxel map anymore. We use journey map in our 1.7 world, so not really sure how to do that. Now, there is a room here. This is where all the essences are coming to once they're harvested, and they're getting auto-crafted back into back into all the items that they need to be. Now, the clay was backing up. So we'll check on that in a minute. And this is yet another level of industrial craft and GregTech machines, because my god, did I need so many machines. And this is an industrial grinder here doing its thing. And just machines all over the place. Auto crafting setups here. This is like, these are all making different kinds of wire. Oh man, it's a mess. But this is, again, this is stuff we'll be getting into the GregTech, to that Learn GregTech pack. So it'll be pretty cool. So if we go back to the elevator, oh yeah, these yellow lines. We have a wireless ME terminal, and it only has so big of a range, so we kind of marked on this floor. Down here's just little water tanks, yeah, keeping everything cool. Everything all nice and cool. It's the same thing on the other side. All right, let's go down another floor right here. This is kind of the catacombs, as I call them, but the under part to all the farms. Yep, still full of clay. So yeah, all the farms just kind of, they collect in this massive network of pipe work, and finally all comes back to here, and all the essence gets sent along those wires there. I just pointed at my monitor for no reason. Gets sent through all these wires here, and then it gets sent back, and oh man, it's a very intricate network getting us everything we need, and eventually going back to the ME machine once it's all said and done. And that's it. There's nothing further down below this. Might be some mob grinders. I don't. Oh yeah, there's this with Cursed Earth from Extra Utilities, and some dark glass. That's a thing. A mining area here. Yep, that's pretty much it. So let's go back up and at 'em. There we go. Back to this floor, and we'll actually go to the moon. Check out the moon base, because that's really the next big thing to see. And we've actually got this all sealed up, and you can kind of see on the map there, kind of the configuration. I'll actually go outside. Sucks that it's nighttime. But anyway, so once the world kind of renders in, here's the biodome with all the trees producing the oxygen. And yes, all of this obsidian was legit, if you count the EMC condenser as legit. But we do also have obsidian plants going on in the farm area there. We've got some more rocket launch pads here, and this glass does open up. This glass opens because this is actually where the thing comes down, where it'll land if you launch from our base. It'll land in that room there. So let's go inside and check it out. Come on, open our locks. There we go. Now this way, we do have a moon buggy and a nifty little garage to open up. And does this? Oh, I'm not close enough to. There we go. So we can take the moon buggy out on Ryan. It's got fuel coming in there. If we go to the main area, ME terminal, as you saw. And one reason why we made this out of obsidian and reinforced glass is for the meteors that come crashing down. Didn't want them to break things. So yeah, in here we got the rockets, and these are actually also on elevators, so they will raise up. Actually, the door controls are down on another level, which I will show you now. We have an under level to this. So this is where the door controls are. This is also where the reactor is for the moon, powers the moon base. And the battery block is in there. Now through this wall is actually a bunch of electrolytic separators creating oxygen pretty much only for this room. because we started, before we made the biodome, we started with just a crap ton of electrolytic separators, trying to get just as much stuff, or as much oxygen going through as possible without having to make a biodome. What I just got into was a cryogenic chamber added by some ore that you get on Mars, so you can actually sleep on the moon and make it daytime, so we can see. Now if we go back this way and we go in here into the biodome, we've actually got some animals in here. I think there's a cow. Ooh. And this room is sealed too. This is how many sealers it took to seal this damn room. Holy crap. Every tree has 4 collectors on it, and we've got some silverwood trees. We got pretty much every vanilla Minecraft tree in here. Yeah. So it was a mess to get all this set up, and if you come down here, this is all the wiring to it. So for every tree, there are 4 collectors. There is an oxygen storage module and an energy storage module. So the reactor is powering all these energy storage modules just to basically give it a battery, and then all the oxygen collected by the collectors is going into the oxygen storage modules. And then, of course, for every sealer we have another energy storage module and an oxygen storage module as kind of a battery, a keep safe in case something happens to the trees. There's, like a double layer of oxygen storage. And this room is sealed too. Again, took a lot of stuff, but oh my gosh, this room is almost not even navigatable anymore. It was pretty bad when we were doing this. I don't even know where to go here, and it even sprawls out pretty much underneath the entire complex. And it goes further back here, and down here, and over here, and it's a mess. All right, let's get out of here before we get lost in cables. Ugh. Yep. Oh, jumped too far. Let's go back to the real world real quick and just kind of wrap up the tour. Yeah. So, as I said, nothing to see on Mars. We never really got around to getting anything on Mars put together. The only other thing I can think of in this bit, that's an opening gate there, is another person on the server. They were mainly dealing in blood magic, and I'll come show their house real quick. Be wary, beyond here lie blood magic rituals and spells. And I don't really know that much about blood magic. I have been watching some videos lately and learning a little bit. But if we come down here, he's got his blood magic bound tools, which look suspiciously like red matter tools. He's got his altar here, and he's got a ritual stone thing, because underneath the floor here, which I think if I take this, we can there we go. Hello. Ooh. Let's get out of there. I don't want to blow anything up there. Oh shit. Didn't just blow a hole in the floor, did I? I don't think so. I think we're good. They're still dying from that ritual. Alright, so yeah, that's the blood magic stuff. Hopefully later on in my Feed the Beast series, when I get to blood magic, yeah, I don't know what this is. But hopefully, when I get to a point where I'll actually have blood magic, maybe we can do some blood magic stuff. It'd be cool. Oh god, the lag. It's so bad. Yeah. Oh, I know why I remember why we have so much automation now. I made a solar panel factory, so we're automatically making these high voltage solar arrays at the moment. Alright. Actually, there is one more place to go, and that is the mining world, and this is where I think all that steam is going, if I remember correctly. You know, that's not the mining world. This is the mining world. A lot of tree farms here. This is where we're getting all the trees and apples and stuff for the ethanol. Yeah, see all these apple trees here. All right, so here is another person on the server. They were much better at Thumbcraft than I was. So they've got the wand recharger pedestal here, all these ore nodes. They've got their big old ritual thing with all their essentia and all that, just all automated. Got a little farm there for magic beans. Is this clear glass? Okay. Now, is this where... So there's a reactor here. Ah, here it is. I knew these were somewhere. Yes, they were repurposed. Those steam boilers were repurposed to provide steam for these turbines. And these turbines are actually powering... there they are. These Mine Factory Reloaded... driller things, laser drills, which dig beyond the bedrock and generate ore from oblivion, I guess. And that's what these turbines are powering. So, yeah, it's a pretty amazing network. There's another one over here, I think. And these massive 256 by 256 quarries we used to have from Quarry Plus. There's another one of these here. Oh, God. Yeah, it's not loading in very well. So much going on. So anyway, that is my private 164 server world. We no longer play on it. It just got way too laggy. And oh, by the way, these are various little mob grinders. There's like one for blazes, one for, I think this one attempted to be an Enderman one. I'm not sure. This is where we kill our withers. Just spawn the wither in some water and it won't blow up the obsidian, and we just sit here and whack on it. Tried to use a grinder, but that doesn't work. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully with the Feed the Beast world, we can get to some of this amazing stuff once we get through the upgrade process and get to 164. So I have been Zarkazm, and I will see you guys next time.